Hey guys.
Hi guys. I'm too cold to take my hands out of my pockets. I know it's just April, but I'm so ready for it to be warm.
It is pretty cold.
I keep trying to like force short sleeves because my body feels like it should be warm now, but it's not, and then I'm just cold all day. Today we're going to our yard to do a little bit of yard work and maybe
Yay, finally.
start trying to prepare it for usage or whatever. It's so exciting. I can't wait. It is such an amazing feeling to like walk onto the land and then be like, this is ours.
In my life, I have never owned a garden.
I know.
I'm pretty excited.
Well, and neither of us have.
Yeah, or land.
It's amazing. But anyway, before we go real quick, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Native, for helping us buy this land.
Thank you so much.
Obviously, we had to buy our land before we could start building a house, so they were like separate costs, and our land was not included in our loan. So we had to pay for that outright, and then we've had other things that we've had to pay for with preparing the land for building a house. And so as fast as like we're doing these sponsorships, the money is just going right back out to our house stuff. It's okay. We're gonna be totally fine. We're not like in a danger zone, but this is why we're doing so many sponsorships right now, and thank you guys for being patient with us. Native is a vegan and cruelty-free deodorant. It doesn't contain aluminum, parabens, or sulfates, and they even have plastic-free containers that you guys can use. What I like most about it is the texture, because it isn't goopy or like clumpy with the other deodorant that I was using like in the showers. This is kind of gross, but I would literally have to like scrape it off with my fingernails because it was so thick. But this is just like really, I don't know, light and fresh somehow, and it stays fresh and like smelling nice the entire day. Like it smells exactly the same at the end of the day as it did when you first applied it, which is amazing.
It actually lasts even next day. I woke up.
Yeah, I know.
I could smell
you
it.
can smell it, right?
Yeah.
We still have the same 3 scents that we had before, because obviously we haven't gone through them all in like, what was it, been 2 months or something. Lavender and rose, citrus and herbal musk, and my favorite, which is eucalyptus and mint. They offer free shipping to the US. I'll list on screen the countries that they can ship to. 3 deodorants are normally $36, but if you use our link and code, you'll get them for $24. With our code, you can also get 20% off any of their body washes or toothpastes as well.
We're gonna do some gardening work.
We were really lucky to find land like this here. There are a lot of trees and beautiful plants already here, although we do want to do some of our own landscaping as well. We've been trying to figure out a balance between preserving as much of it as we can and removing things to plant our own trees. It goes against every fiber of my being to cut down a tree, but some of them here are basically just tall stumps because all the branches and the tops were cut off. And June convinced me it would make more sense to replace them with fruits we eat a lot, like blueberries or lemons. I'm also wondering if we can grow an avocado tree, because that would save us so much money. We made it to our yard. This is it. It's kind of a weird spot we picked to start filming from, but it's a giant burn pile left over.
Is this a potato?
By the tree. I know, that's what I kept thinking. There's a handle in here of something. Obviously we don't want this giant burn pile here, so we're just kind of like shovel it away.
Yep.
Bit by bit.
That's what we're doing. One of the things.
One of our neighbors is also burning stuff right now. Even before COVID, I was like getting really interested in these types of masks that cut PM 2.5 pollution out of the air, because like sometimes air pollution can get bad here. So like as soon as we got out of the car, the smoke smelled really, really strong. But then I put on one of these masks and I basically can't smell it at all anymore. So that's great, right?
Yep.
That's all that smoke I'm not breathing in. I'm actually wearing 2 of them now because Japanese masks are huge on my face. And this is the small size, right?
And we brought our plants. The plant here.
Yeah, so this winter got unexpectedly really cold and a lot of our plants did not do well. Some of them did not make it. I don't want them to spend another winter out of the ground. It's much easier for plants to grow when they're actually planted in the ground. Obviously, you know, common sense, plants were not made to be in pots, at least most of them. So we have one more like this guy that we haven't cut down yet. But if you look closely, you can see he's already growing lots of new leaves. And now that spring is starting, he's gonna come back. Also, we have this. It used to have a concrete thing on top, but the concrete thing was a little scary. Like it really looked like something you would just like hurt yourself on. It was switched to a metal grate, and we're gonna try to fill in the ground around it to make it flat so that you can't like accidentally run into it and trip and break your ankle.
Yep.
Or something.
This weed that you really liked.
Yeah.
Grow a lot.
Yeah, this
It's like a mountain.
It's a big boy now. I don't mind having these here. I just don't want to get weeds that have like the really thick woody stalks that are difficult to deal with growing all over. So those type I want to like get rid of. The rest of these I guess are okay. So we decided on this spot for these jasmine. These are jasmine, right? I'm pretty sure these are jasmine. For now, June's gonna dig these holes. I'm gonna go start pulling out some of the like weeds that we don't want in the yard. Technically, most of this is weeds, but I consider most of it like beautiful native grasses.
Like here. Ish.
Yeah, I know. I just think most of it's beautiful. A lot of it flowers and it's just pretty. I don't know what this is, but look at this is so pretty. Anyway, we'll start getting to work.
You sure I'm done?
Yep.
And I found that hole. What's the animal that makes that hole called?
Oh, I mean, there are lots of animals that make holes.
Here and here. Yay.
Yay. Look, what's that, like a cricket shell? I mean, I could be totally wrong. What if it's something really scary? I totally just like chopped off these roots. I don't know how like aggressive this is, if it's gonna grow back from like a root that's still in the ground, but we'll see.
We'll see.
So a neighbor just followed us into our property and showed up and started cutting our grass for us. We don't know who he is or anything yet, but it's very nice of him. We don't know what's going on. Okay, so that was one of our kind of neighbors. Like he lives close here.
He also offered us bamboo shoot too.
It reminds me of like the countryside in America, like where my mom lives. Sometimes her neighbors will just drive their tractors into her lawn and like mow her lawn for her, or if there's a storm they'll come over and like pull out the dead trees or whatever. Apparently he used to help the old owners take care of this yard a little bit. He does that for a lot of the neighbors around here. Like he'll cut down trees that need trimming or like help remove old trees that need to be taken out.
He's gonna now flatten this year for us.
Yeah, so he offered two things that we've both been thinking about. One is
just randomly showed up.
Yeah, he just randomly showed up and then he's like, I could flatten your yard for you. And we're like, we were just saying we want to do that. So next week, he's gonna come flatten our yard in one day for us. And then he was also walking around to our different trees around here and he's like, maybe you should remove some of these trees and plant ones that you'll like actually eat stuff. Like you should have blueberry trees and lemon trees.
Some are really bad and not taking care of it well. So yeah, I felt the same too.
We've got a bunch of persimmon trees, but Jude and I don't really eat persimmons. He knows our neighbors here as well. Like he was talking to
our previous owner too.
Yeah, he was talking to our neighbor who is also outside today working on stuff. And he teaches vegetable growing classes or something.
Yeah.
So I really, really, really like this area. We haven't said on video at all. Like we haven't talked about meeting our neighbors. We've met a lot of our neighbors now. Like
last time we got this different type of radish. Kabu?
Yeah, okay, yeah. So our neighbors behind us gave us some radishes the last time we were here. Our neighbor across the street gave us baseball tickets. And then the guy who just came here offered to bring us some like edible bamboo the next time we see him.
Yeah, and he's gonna flatten the yard and help us.
It's one of those kinds of neighborhoods. All of them that we've been meeting, they've been saying that the neighborhood's gonna be really happy that there are young people like us.
We are not that young though.
I'm so happy to have this kind of community though. This is so much better than I could have even hoped for. Like who could have expected our neighbors to not just be nice, but like openly friendly and the type of neighbors who just come over to like chat or help you out with stuff. It's amazing. I'm really, really happy.
Yep.
And no one's like had any problem with me being a foreigner so far. Everyone talks to me in Japanese, whether I understand what they're saying or not.
Then before sunset, let's get these done.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff.
Alright.
This is my growing piles, dead plants or weeds. I was gonna put them in here and make like a compost pile, but the guy said he can take care of all of this, including this burn pile, so.
Ta-da! Done. Planting, transferring. Please grow well.
The location of plants in our yard right now is incredibly random. We'll have to do some reorganizing later at some point.
Yeah.
What you got?
Fertilizer?
Fertilizer. I'm gonna dig out some of these weeds that are growing into this ajisai bush. This is one of the like weeds that gets spiky.
Yeah.
I got stabbed by something earlier. One of the spiky plants I was taking out.
I'm not a fan of them.
Oh, jeez. There are just some random drops in our yard right now. It'll be nice to get rid of those so we don't accidentally hurt ourselves anywhere. Right. Well, that didn't get the root, but whatever. If it comes back, we'll deal with it again. So we were just getting ready to wrap it up and show you guys what we planted, and another of our neighbors stopped by and gave us a bunch of his onions that he grew. The really nice onion, shintama.
He's so ikemen.
Everyone here is so nice. I really, really like it.
And since we had nothing to offer him back, I told him that once I start growing veggies, I will give some veggie back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
These are all completely different neighbors.
Yeah.
Just people from the neighborhood.
Awesome.
It's a really nice area.
Yeah.
Okay, here's little toneriko one.
Tomato neriko.
It's kind of difficult to see because of the sunlight. It's here. Here's our other one, which is still alive. Hopefully he'll pick up. We'll see. This, which I forget the name of, it gets beautiful little white flowers all over it. These are probably too close together, but again, we just kind of want to get them in the ground for now. This is an ajisai, that's an azalea in English, ajisai hydrangea. Yes. The bad part about not having a house here yet is I gotta go to the bathroom again.
Ta-da!
It's already flat.
Wow.
We just got here. I guess they're like pretty much done.
Yeah, I guess so. And this part is slightly...
Most of it's been filled in around. All our grass spiders don't have grass to hide in anymore. Whoa! What's this?
コガネムシの幼虫かな? A type of beetle worm?
Yeah. What's it gonna become?
A type of beetle, I think.
I'm gonna get something.
There are two
to
birds.
Carry the poor little maggot bro over here. I think he needs to be underground, so I don't.
He needs to be underground. You can enjoy being underground.
Okay.
Okay.
The burn piles are gone. We didn't have to deal with any of that.
Yay.
This is so worth it, June. Can you imagine us trying to do this ourselves? That never would have worked.
Yeah. This tree, I think it's called Odemari. It looks pretty similar to hydrangea. I thought this is a type of hydrangea first, but it is not hydrangea. But doesn't it look really similar to hydrangea?
Yeah. I wonder what kind of beetle it is. Cute.
Lots of insects. Oh, and this is hydrangea.
Hey, here's a green spider camouflaging really well.
You just spoil it for us.
We got to chat with the other workers who came to help with the landscaping and asked how they got to know this guy. And one told us that when he moved to the area and he was trying to cut the waist height weeds on his own property, some old guy kept driving past like 4 or 5 times and staring, and he was like, "Who is this creepy old man?" And the creepy old man pulled onto his land and just started cutting his grass for him, and it's the same guy, and we found it absolutely hilarious that I guess this is just how he introduces himself to everyone. But he is really, really nice. We like him a lot. Obviously, he knows everyone, and I mean everyone. He's been able to introduce us to some cool people and help us out with our yard for way less than it would have cost to hire anyone else. He cut the grass, flattened our yard, removed a couple trees and their stumps, is bringing us fertile soil for raised vegetable beds, and he's just giving us some random yard working tools, all for only $400, which is so cheap. I am just over the moon with how interesting and friendly the people in our neighborhood are. We also met someone else today who is closer to our age, and we've already been invited over their house. We are so excited to move.
All right, we'll update you guys more later.
Yay!
Bye.
Bye!